I was born in May, so I'm going May.
Okay. I will take the Tigers also.
All right, the next game's Brooke Smith at the very best. Very best? Really?
They are the very best.
I'm going to have to change my pick then. All right, Steve?
I'm going to pick very best.
Why?
Because they are the very best.
All right.
They're not May, though. I'm going to go with Brooke Smith.
All right, I've got Brooke Smith.
Brooke Smith.
And I've got Brooke Smith.
Oh.
All right, the next game we had a little bit of a change-up because Panther Creek was no longer able to have a team. Who's the team playing, Dennis?
The Throckmorton Greyhounds against the Santa Ana Mountaineers.
Okay. Daniel?
Let's see. Throckmorton has that's the home of Bob Lilly, you know, and so that's back when they played 11-man football. But Throckmorton, man, they have been a powerhouse in 6-man football for several years. I've got to go with Throckmorton. That's a tough game for Santa Ana.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Santa Ana because I did not realize about this change until just now. I'm going to stick with my original pick.
Well, I'm going with Throckmorton.
I'm going with Throckmorton.
I'm also going with Throckmorton.
All right, we're going to move into some college football now. We're going to start off with Trinity at Howard Payne. All right, that me? Okay, I'm going to go with Trinity.
I will go with Trinity.
I'd really like for the Jackets to win, but I got to go with Trinity.
I'm also taking Trinity.
I believe I'm going to make that unanimous. Go with Trinity.
All right, next game's Oklahoma State at UTSA. Dennis?
Well, even with the big win last week by UTSA, I'm still going to go with the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Who did they beat last week?
New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, that's another one I missed.
Dennis is chuckling over here to himself.
That was a big win.
Yeah, I don't think they can handle the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
I love Larry Coke, but I think I'm still going to take Oklahoma State.
Oh, yeah, your inside information.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, a little research.
I forgot about that. I'm going with Oklahoma State.
I really want to see Oklahoma State lose, but
I know, not this week.
Yeah, I can't see them losing this one. All right, next game's Southeastern Louisiana at TCU.
I'm going to take the Horned Frogs.
I'm also taking TCU.
Yeah, they represented very well last week against LSU. TCU rolls this week.
Yeah, they looked very strong last week. I got them winning pretty easily this week.
TCU.
All right, next game we have is a really big one in all of college football. South Carolina at Georgia. Steve?
As it was shown on TV all week, Clowney was not looking good last week, so I am going to take Georgia.
Did you see how Murray reacts? He's got a quarterback rating of less than 10 against South Carolina. That's awful.
Yeah.
But I'm still going Georgia. because Georgia's season is on the line this week. If they do not win, they're done. So Georgia will play between the hedges with great intensity and win it.
Georgia kind of folded last week against Clemson later in that game, which has kind of been the MO. Anytime there's a big game, they always kind of fold.
Yep.
But I think they have just enough to be able to edge out South Carolina this week.
I think Clowney bounces back with a big game, but I'm still going to go with Georgia.
Yeah, and I'm going with Georgia, too.
All right, next game we have is Sam Houston State at the much-talked-about Texas A&M Aggies. Is that me?
That's
all right.
Daniel.
Daniel?
Is it me?
Yes.
All right, it is me. I am, boy, it's a nail-biter here, let me tell you. But I am going with the Texas A&M Aggies. Yeah, I am.
I haven't been a fan
and Manziel might make a half.
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
Before he gets yanked.
I haven't been a fan of Manziel, but I have to say I like the little taunting he did during that game.
I'm telling you, that guy, he is going to be an endorsement guy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
At some point.
If he can make it in the
NFL. He might already be an endorsement guy. He's signing a lot of stuff these days, even in thin air there.
Yeah, that is very true. Sam Houston State, I think, is going to give them a lot tougher game than they probably should. They still have, I believe, like 3 or 4 defensive starters suspended for this game, but I think Texas A&M is just going to be too much.
Yeah, I think the Aggie is going to be too much, so we'll go with Aggie.
I'm going with the Aggies, too.
Sam Houston made it a game last year once A&M put their 4th stringers in. I still think A&M's going to take it.
All right, next game we have is a very tight one with Texas at BYU. Is that's me?
That's you.
All right, I got Texas.
You can take Texas?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take Texas.
I'm taking Texas.
I'm going to take BYU.
That may be a good choice. Man, I tell you, as a Longhorn fan, But I am going with Texas. I think it's going to be a really close game, though. Too close.
Yeah, Texas always makes these games a little bit closer than they actually need to be.
First road game, too. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It just...
I mean, they looked good
Texas-
last week. David Ash had a nice game.
He
In the
had
second half.
Yeah.
touchdowns versus New Mexico State.
Well, I think he wanted to be like Manziel.
Yeah. Well,
Good
he
half.
took off the first half.
Yeah, good half.
We'll go with that.
And Manziel means one of those like 5 now really elite quarterbacks that Texas had a chance to get and chose, not to.
But you know what?
They're
I'm kind
good.
of glad they didn't get him though. After all
What
the
about that?
trouble he's been in.
What about that Florida State quarterback? You glad they didn't get him?
Yeah, boy,
they're
talk
after
about
that
that
guy
guy comes
so
out
bad,
18
yeah.
out of 18 or whatever in the first
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
the other night. Fantastic. And then he comes out and goes, well, I really didn't want to play for Florida State. I wanted to play for Texas. I can't figure out if that was a wise move on his part and Mac, of course, comes out. He's got an excuse for everything. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Right.
And I like you wearing your Texas hat right now, Dennis, so we know who you're going for.
All right, for the last college game this week, we have Notre Dame at Michigan. I believe this is the last time they'll be playing.
Last time they'll be playing
It
in
is
a while. Yeah.
on their contract, yeah.
All right, who's got that?
I guess that's me. I will go Michigan.
Michigan's my team. Go blue. I'm going with Michigan.
Hail to the victor.
I think Notre Dame's defense is still tough, so I'm going to take Notre Dame.
All right, I'm going Michigan. In the big house.
I saw Michigan's quarterback interviewed yesterday. I didn't like the cut of his jib, so I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
You didn't like the what?
Hold on. What?
The cut of what?
Cut of his jib. I mean, it's a common phrase.
Can you say that?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
about it.
All right, we'll be right back after this couple commercial breaks with some, NFL football. Finally, NFL football. So we'll be right back with the KPSM Pick'em Show, brought to you by Sonic of Coleman, Brownwood, and Early.
Tell my family back home that the show is canceled this week, so they don't hear this. But I am picking the Cowboys. They won't let me back home if if they hear that.
Oh, okay. I was going. There's a lot of explaining there.
You can listen to this show on kpsm.net all over the world.
That's right.
And on your TuneIn Radio app.
There you go. So you're pretty much messed up. Yeah. That's what that means right there. I am going. I'm telling you, if you're in the Eastern Division, you got to win the home games. All right, so you got to go Cowboys here if they have any chance at all. And Jerry Jones is already not sleeping, so we heard that yesterday or a couple of days ago, whenever that was.
Story of his life.
He looks it.
This is a really tough game for me to pick. I really don't like either one of these teams, but I think the Cowboys just a little bit better this year, especially now that they have Monty Kiffin.
Monty? I thought you said money.
Monty.
Money.
Monty
they always had
Python?
money.
Yeah, Monty Python.
Monty Kiffin. That's right.
Okay, well, I'm not a Cowboy fan, and I probably won't pick for the Cowboys all year, so I'll go with New York.
All right. Next game is Philadelphia at the Washington Whiners. Steve, you want to start this one off?
Yeah, I think the Eagles are still a wreck, even with Chip Kelly, so I'm going to take the Whiners.
I too am again going with the logic. You got to win the division home games. So let's go with the Redskins plus RG3. All the mayhem with that. Even if he goes down, they still got Cousins back behind him.
Yeah.
Washington's pretty good. So let's go with the Redskins.
Washington's defense is only a weak spot, and Philadelphia's is even worse, so I'm going to go with Washington.
Philadelphia's is worse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good.
Somehow.
That's the Monday night game too.
Yeah, that's
man.
the Monday
I tell
night
you,
game.
You already got plans for that?
One of the-
Big
Oh, yeah.
big plans.
Oh, yeah.
My son is a huge Eagle fan. Has been for his whole life. I don't figure that out.
Well,
but-
what
do
time do
that.
you want me to come over?
He like I'm telling you, he when he was young, he just liked the color green. So any team that was green, and he kind of funneled towards the Philadelphia Eagles and the Boston Celtics. Figure that one out. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
I will go with the Redskins. RG3's coming back. He's going to want to prove that he's healthy, so they will beat the Eagles.
Well, Daniel, based on the way you've taken your picks during the show, I can see where your son gets that from.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to pick this team
12 wins
because I got
last
a
week.
blister from Nike shoes I bought. Flesh and spirit. I'm going to go with the Washington Whiners again, RG3. I got to pick the Skins.
All right, the last game of the week, We
which
have
is another Monday night game.
yeah,
That's right. That's
two
right.
Monday
Double
night
header.
games. Yeah.
Got to stay up late for this one.
Yeah.
I will.
We have Houston at San Diego.
Who's picking
your
it?
turn.
Me? I have got to go with the Texans on the road. They are due a huge season.
Excellent
So
choice.
let's go with the
I agree.
Texans.
Houston's actually going to get a victory where people might actually see the game. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a pretty easy game for him. Dennis?
I will take the Texans.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans as well.
Although San Diego has the best uniforms in the NFL. You know that?
I don't know. I think the Texans do.
See, I think I got the Bucks there.
You're a homer. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that powder blue, that is great when they play at home. Love
I'm
that.
going to take the Texans, and I'd also like to point out that we beat the Bears and the Ravens in primetime last
Yeah, after
year.
taking cheap shots at Jay Cutler. But I mean, you guys aren't dirty.
Whatever you got to do.
All right, we're going to do our upset, blowout, and nail biters right now. Dennis, you want to start that off with the upset?
Well, I was just writing my upset down. Would could be Georgia against South Carolina? Would that be considered an upset?
I'm willing.
Georgia
That's
I
close
don't know
enough.
who's even favored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Georgia's ranked
I'll take-
11 and South Carolina 6.
Okay, I'll take Georgia over the Gamecocks.
That's a much of an upset, but way to step out on a limb there, partner.
I didn't get a memo on upset, so I don't have one. So come back to me.
Georgia.
He's still pondering. Yeah.
I am going to take BYU over TU.
Did you get that? Christian's pondering? Did you get that? Come on, football guys. Come on now. My upset is the Cowboys over the Giants because we all know if the Cowboys beat anybody, it's an upset. All right? So that's my upset of the week right there. All right. There you go.
Mine is Comanche over Toller.
Okay.
Got one yet, Christian, or still looking? All right, we're going to blowout. Do you have a blowout, Christian?
I do. My blowout's the TCU game.
That is also my blow-up.
Blow up?
Blow up?
No,
Yep.
your blow up was picking May again.
If it's a blowout, people are going to get blown up too.
Let's see. My blowout has got to be Oklahoma State. They could hang 100 at any time. So Oklahoma State over UTSA.
He's got Larry Koch, though.
He's not playing.
Right.
My blowout's Washington over Philadelphia. You remember what Philadelphia did when Michael Vick just came back to Washington? Like, went off insane game, like put up 40 points like first half. I
I try to forget that.
think RG3 is going to do that. They're going to get the revenge this week.
All right. My blowout is Oklahoma State and UTSA.
All right.
All right. Last one is going to be nail biter. I believe is that Daniel?
I think so. I'm really thinking Georgia, South Carolina is going to come right down to it.
Yeah, that's-
So that's my nail biter of the week.
All right. Mine's going to be Dallas over New York.
Mine will be the Mason Punchers over Goldthwait.
That'll be a good game.
I got Cowboys and Giants as well. Cowboys and Giants always play most of the time. Close game, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm also taking the Cowboys and Giants. The Giants have never lost in Jerry World.
That's right.
Just want to point that out.
That's exactly
But I'm
right.
still taking the Cowboys because Jason Garrett isn't making the calls anymore.
We're going to call that Eli World from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eli.
The house that Eli built?
All right. Well, that was all the picks. Wait, Christian, you get an upset yet?
Upset.
Blowout. Oh, no.
Upset.
Nope.
Upset, I'm sorry.
Yep.
We'll just make the upset and the nail biter the same.
Okay. All right. Well, that was the show for this week. Dennis and Daniel just ran out of the studio to go over and get to that game.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Hey.
Wow, that's going to be good.
Yeah, you guys gonna have to run pretty fast. I don't know why you're still talking. I mean, they're already out of the studio. All right. Well, this was week 2. Make sure to listen after this for the Coleman at Coleman game, which should be a really great game. And then after that, for me and Steve, we're going to be doing the scoreboard show where we'll be giving you all the local scores, all the local Texas teams, mid-Texas, and even some not-so-local teams. All right, well, that was it for the show. Thank you for listening. This was the KPSM Pick'em Show brought to you by Sonic of Coleman, Brownwood, and Early.